some time ago back in 2005, of course, when a lot of Americans were asleep, you know, they was too busy enjoying prosperity and watching TV and wondering if the Dallas Cowboys were going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers or not. Our government was busy trying to nationalize an ID for everybody here in America. And I have another news source here, and this is the headline. Let me put it up there. You see what it says? In less than 90 days, you will be required by federal law to carry a national ID card. Now, this is where we start getting to the point right here where we're heading towards what the Bible calls the mark of the beast, or what people have coined as. I'm going to read this article here in its entirety to let you know that these people in office today, these so-called elected officials and representatives, they have no plans whatsoever at all to keep you informed about anything that's going on. They want to pass all this stuff, and then they want to send a Gestapo police force out to murder and kill you if necessary, in case you don't comply with their acts, because they passed their laws. And it's something. But I'm going to read this article in its entirety because it's important for you to know this. Now listen to it real close. Even though no one on the Capitol Hill is talking about it, unless it is stopped, the provisions of the Real ID Act of 2005, Public Law 109-13, 119 STAT 392, through the Department of Homeland Security, will require the federalization of state-issued driver's license by May 11th, 2011. This is the type of card that Nazis and the communists in the Soviet Union made people carry. The new card is disguised as the uniform driver's license with a biometric. Each card will store up to 1 gigabyte of personal data about the card holder and will contain a GPS tracking chip. So that means that the government will know everywhere you are at all times. No one is talking about this, and certainly this is something that the Obama administration would like to keep quiet. You hear that? They like to keep quiet. Nobody would like to get this particular message out. That's the reason why I'm talking about it here today. Elder Douglas Becker here, he brought this to my attention this morning, and I finally got to it to be able to download it and then read this article, and now present it to you in hopes that you would wake up and also spread this around quick, fast, in a hurry over the internet. Barack Obama's America is quickly becoming Nazi Germany. Did you ever think you would experience invasion? Big brother tactics in which uniformed officers ask, "Let me see your papers. There is your papers. Let me see your papers." I know Barack Obama doesn't care what the U.S. Constitution says, so we have to care and we have to stop him. If this battle is not waged and won by May 11th, 2011, listen to me real close, May 11th, 2011, the American people will be carrying a federal ID card that will double as a state-issued driver's license. You will need it to vote. You will need it to enter any federal building. You will need it to buy a plane ticket. And believe it or not, you will need it if you are stopped while jogging in the park or sitting on your front porch. Oh yes. And because it will be your driver's license as well, you will need it to drive your car. You may be wondering how in the world we could have allowed this to happen. We allowed it to happen because we are more concerned about terrorists, you know, which is, I wonder who that enemy is when they keep talking about terrorism. I mean, he seems to have no face, no nation. I wonder who he is. But anyway, we're more concerned about terrorists than civil liberties. Congress has passed the Real ID Act on May 11, 2005, creating a mandatory national standard for state-issued driver license, making the data points identical on all cards. Real ID requires state driver's license authorities to use more stringent measures to verify Social Security numbers, birth dates, addresses, and proof of citizenship and immigration status. The act prescribes 8 18 separately security controls that states are now required to use when issuing driver's license. But the Real ID Act can be issued. The applicant must provide the following documentation. Number one, a photo ID that includes his or her full legal or birth name and birth date. Documentation of birth date, i.e. your birth certificate. Documentation of legal status and social security number. Third-party documentation showing name and place of residence. Now, what happened was that the American public raised so big of an outcry when this thing came out. They did say that they were going to come back with this again in 2011, and some of us are asleep and didn't think it was going to happen. Now, we're far removed from 2006, and we're here in 2011 now, and we're only a few months away from them boogers trying to pass this act right here. Pass this word around, and pass it around real fast. Get YouTube smoking.